Hi Aquarius, hope you're well. This is your monthly December tarot reading. I have been unwell, so I haven't been able to post anything before. Apologies for that. Thank you so much for being around. Thank you for the emails. Really appreciate that, your love and your support. So yeah, it's a general reading. Please watch your sun, moon, and rising. And if you would like to support me in what I'm doing and like to have a reading and more in depth into the situation, then drop me an email in the description box below, and we can schedule a reading for you. Okay, so I'm doing things differently this time. It's a monthly reading for December, or normally it's divided into two. And what I was guided to do was kind of do a general spread and a love spread. So yeah, let's get cracking. Most of the times, both are quite the same. So yeah, there's messages, and sometimes there are messages in the general which are also for love, and messages in the love which are for love, and but they're for different people. So yeah, that's what we have. Your first card, Aquarius, is the Hermit upright, Page of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Swords upright, Page of Cups in reverse, and Eight of Cups in reverse. Okay, so let's go with these first, and then we can show you what we have for your love, for those that it does. Okay, so in the beginning of the month, I think you're kind of, I had a similar message for Cancer, I think. So maybe watch your sun, moon, and rising. So what I'm sensing is, Aquarius, for some of you, you are spreading light, and for others, going somewhere where it's warmer, if not hot. And, you kind of taking a trip alone, or, being guided to move forward and doing something which spreads awareness and light, or, starting with something in the beginning of the month. For some of you, you might be traveling from one part of the world to the other. This could be from cold to warm, or vice versa. So yeah, I think more from cold to warm is what I'm getting. For most of you, at least for more people than not. Let me put it that way. So what I sense is that you are actually moving forward and feel enlightened, and there is somebody there, even though it's a hermit card. In this hermit card, if I show you, you can see that it's Connolly deck. You can see that person is actually supporting them spread that light. So even though it might be in the background, there's somebody that has helped you get this far in the beginning of the month and help you move forward. So I think that's a good thing, that you were kind of in that space where you can do very well things alone, but there's somebody that helps you out and supports you to move forward. And I think this might be that it's initial stages of you having to see something. I know you're an air sign, but some emotions are triggered in a good way, to see how people can be in the background but still be helping and supporting you. And this might be a trip that you're taking alone, and this person has helped you get to that point, or whatever you're undertaking in the beginning of the month, there is somebody who supported you get there, who's helped you and supported you get there even. um, I see that, obviously, and then we come to a point where there might be some message that comes through, means you have to, which affect your finances. Now, this could be that you're either spending money, coming holidays, or you are a bill that comes through that you did not envisage that you have to pay out. So I think that's what's coming out, and this might be, a message also for some of you. This might be a kid that has come up with some bill all of a sudden, or somebody younger that has triggered some action from you, which will take your, which you'll have to put some tangible resources in, basically, is what I'm getting for you. Now, there might be that, you might not agree to it straight away, and there might be some arguments, disagreements. And for others, I think that, you'll come to a point where there's something that is going to come back up, is what I'm sensing, where there are going to be arguments, disagreements, but it's not going to be a massive fight. I hear There's more like whatever the fight is, somebody's going to act the bigger person and wanting things to move in the right way, asking for forgiveness even, which is a good thing, which normally, I know that's not what the Five of Swords portrays, but with Connolly deck, that's what I see, that there is somebody who's actually literally like this, trying to say, you know what, let's put the swords down and let's make this work. So I think that's what's going to be happening towards the mid-month. But I do see that, one of you um, is going to be not so keen to do that, or is going to be thinking about it but not taking an action towards it. Now, this could be a cousin, this could be a sibling, this could have to do with the family, um, or ex-family for some of you, and you know how that best works. Ex-family could be somebody who's divorced, you know, yeah, family that you don't consider part of your family anymore. So yeah, any of that, but it's coming mid-month that there's going to be some arguments that are going to be transpiring, and there's a very 10-20% chance that this might be with the person that was trying to help you in the beginning of the month as well, but I think there is a 20% chance of that for, yeah. But and then what you feel is you're not feeling like extending the emotional, uh, you're not feeling like you want to extend your emotions to this person how you originally thought. You're like delaying them, or you're saying, you know what, I'm going to think it over now. Also, for some, that is not the case, and the others, I think there's going to be a bit of an action, or some form of a message that should go nicely, but it doesn't. Doesn't come across. Somebody's trying to say, you know what, that's not what I thought. That's not what I think of you. I didn't think so much of you. I didn't think you're acting well. Um, or I don't know if I want to take things forward just yet. So I think this is more, or it could be a younger person and you still trying to be stubborn about things. They're causing you financial as well as emotional disarray. So yeah, that's what I'm sensing. But what I like is, I think even if this happens with this person or in your family situation, or for some of you, this might be a divorce that actually um, that is both emotional and financial, lays heavy on you, and there are messages back and forth with this party that from the other party, that causes emotional as well as financial distress. But then I feel towards the end of the month, you're actually moving away from this situation and moving back into something that provides you more solace, more, maybe you're going back home now, you've been with the family and there's enough drama, and now you're going back home. And maybe for some of you where this is not the argument with that person, actually, it's very small percentage, like I said, but I think you're going to go back to that person because that's where you feel, or go back to a situation, go back to this person and wanting to mend things again and start yet again. And that's, end of the Mercury retrograde, so I guess a good period to actually start working on things and making things work after the experience that you've had. Okay, for your love life, Aquarius, we have Knight of Swords upright, the Star upright, Ace of Pentacles upright, the Moon, and Knight of Cups. So that looks seemingly well. It's quite nice. I mean, obviously, Knight of Swords, you're taking some action in the beginning of the month, that you're moving things forward, you're maybe communicating, you're taking action, some of you are traveling, some of you are just doing something which takes things forward. This might not be an emotional action, this might be more tangible. Maybe you're exchanging words and how you are heard, how you feel, but how you more act, or not so much of an emotion behind, but more what you're trying to. You're using your swords. You're actually using your logic more than your heart, I feel, in the beginning of the month. But you're on the right track, is what I'm sensing. This is the way you want to move forward. This is the way that you see things have got some leg to stand on. Star card, you're actually in the right direction. You are fulfilling your dreams. This is this, your wishes you are trying to make wishes that have got some ground in them, and you can see actions from the other person I hear that are going to make you feel more stable about this. And towards the mid-month, um, maybe this person, and this might be the same person that we're talking about in the general spread, there is something that comes up. And for some of you, even though this is love reading, maybe there's a job offer, or for others, there's something more substantial that comes up, and maybe a proposal for women, or some form of commitment that makes this alliance, this relationship feel more grounded. And that's congratulations, whoever that comes up for. Only there are still things that are hidden, and time will, I think, of course, play a crucial role, because there's going to be still things that are going to be hidden that you're not aware of, that are going to come forward as the time passes, for you to evaluate how you want to progress with this. Or for some of you, you are the energy behind that moon, that you're trying to conceive things before the other person realizes what they're getting into, I heard. So sorry, I mean, it could work both ways, right? So um, yeah, I feel that. But towards the end of the month, I get a feeling that you're going to be offering some form of emotional message, some form of emotional action towards this person. And it could be that it's you who's doing it for some of you. I mean, if you're male, then of course this is you taking this action of stability and offering emotional I'm not getting it from the other side, my male Aquarians. I'm sorry, this is you, but it's still very good. You are taking the action. You're being offering love, really, or you're being more open about how you feel towards this other person. And for others who are women, of course, this is somebody from outside that you're dating, that starts doing things from more logic to emotion from the start to the end of the month. And there is definitely some tangible, or I was going to say financial stability about this alliance. So here we have it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And I shall speak to you very soon. Bye for now.